Well, hello. It's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hat's Wednesday Whip. I hope you're all well and having a good week. I'm still outside. I had tried to go inside, but the sun was in the wrong direction anyway, so I'm outside. But I'm keeping warm with my Eclectic Jumper, crocheted a couple of years ago. Found it inside my crochet magazine. I think it's Cassie Ward that did the design, and I used West Yorkshire Spinners Colour Lab full 100% British yarn, so British wool, so it's nice and cosy for the cooler days that we're having now. Definitely autumn, so great time for knitting and crocheting, because the evenings or the darkness is now longer than the daytime, so we can spend our evenings in front of perhaps not the fire, but with a knee over a rug doing some more knitting and crochet. So what have I been up to? Well, you might remember last week I started, or I've done a lot of a corner-to-corner crochet blanket for Mr. W to keep his knees warm this winter. So I have finished it. Da, da, da. Look at that. Brilliant, isn't it? I love the colours. It's Stylecraft aran yarn. It's all acrylic, so it's not going to save the planet. Well, I've sort of finished it, but there are lots of little ends to do. Not my favourite of tasks, but it does make sure that it looks nice when it's on Mr. W's knees. So there you go. It's his birthday next week, so that will be a little in his birthday package, as well as a few other things. So that's my crochet project. I'm going to have to think of what else. Oh, I know what else I'm doing. I'm doing a baby blanket, and I'll tell you more about that in weeks to come when I've got the yarn and started doing things. So I've also made great progress. If I can unravel the yarn. There we go. So this is the brioche scarf that I've been making with my stash. Where are we? There we go. So there you go. So it's coming out really, really nicely. And because it's kid silk haze, which is a very fine mohair. Let me see. Very fine. It's Rowan yarn, and it's mohair and something else. It's lovely and soft and floaty. So it sort of wafts really nicely. It's lovely. So, but it doesn't. It's quite as with other mohair. If you make a mistake, it's quite difficult to sort out because it all sticks together. So the thing is not to make a mistake. So Kid Silk Haze is an interesting yarn. Rowan have had it now for 20 years, and they've got lots and lots of colours. And their latest magazine, which I haven't got yet, so I'm going to have to get it soon, has lots of designs using Kid Silk Haze. But what they do, so it's rather than you think, oh, it's going to be thin needles to knit that. Well, what they do is they mix it with other yarns, so it gives a nice soft feel to the jumpers and things. So they'll mix it with another wool that they've got, which is very nice. However, it does make it quite expensive because Rowan is not cheap yarn, as you probably know. But some of the things look really, really nice. But the other thing is, because it's mohair, not everybody can wear mohair next to the skin, so I'm not sure about that. But we'll see. I will let you know when I have got the latest magazine. So I am planning a trip to go and buy some wool and that, so I'll tell you all about it later. So that's my knitting project, and there's other projects which I parked for the while because I've had lots of reading material this week. Popped through the letterbox was inside crochet, and I was interested to see this. Right? So this is a lovely top. It's very easy to make. It's granny squares, lovely colours. Don't you think? But it's done on the sort of the diagonal, so it's not. It's it's like that, which is quite an interesting way to do it. It's quite a simple design because it's the same square, and all you need to do is big squares. So there's no shaping or anything like that. So I thought that was quite interesting. They've got it as a tunic, but you could make it shorter as a jumper. I like the 3/4 length sleeves as well, because then they don't dangle in things. You know, when you've got really long sleeves, there was a trend a few years ago for really long baggy sleeves, and they always got in the way of things. Not very practical, but nice if you wanted to look good, I suppose. So that caught my eye, and that was inside crochet. And who was the designer on that one? That was Cassie Ward, who did this one. There you are. And then I also had the knitter through as well. It came through late because I think it got posted to somebody else, but there we go. And lots of interesting little designs and things there, but I quite like this. I thought that was a really nice shape with the sleeves and the length, because I like a longer length in the winter to keep my bottom warm. And it's done in aran, so it would be a very quick one to make up. And it looks well. It's slightly hippyish, isn't it? But I thought that was really nice, and it's with yeah, aran weight. But anyway, I've got plenty of other things to go on the project list. But I've also had some through the post. I don't know whether you know, but in Shetland every year they have a thing called Wool Week, which I've never been to, although I'd love to go to. Although it is quite big, and they have lots of people there, lots of middle-aged old ladies who knit, and other people as well. But each year they produce a Wool Week magazine, and so I ordered this through the post. And I really like that cardigan on the front. It's fair art, as you know, or probably know, I like fair art knitting. There it is again. So I just thought the colours are wonderful, and again, it's a very simple. It's not a complicated thing. It's just basically squares with a bit of steeking. Now, steeking is where you cut the yarn, which is very exciting. And you think, oh, it's all going to unravel, but it doesn't. It's very clever. It's an advanced fair art technique, which I might get around to sharing with you all later on. So there were lots of interesting things I quite liked that one, the black and white fair art, which I thought was quite simple but very nice. And all pictured in Scalloway, and Scalloway is a lovely place to go if you've not been. It's in the west part of the mainland. There was something else I was going to show you. Has it gone? Anyway, perhaps I'll show you next time. But anyway, I really liked that one on the front there. So I've been doing a bit of reading and thinking and planning and things like that, which is quite nice to do. But the other exciting thing I'm doing this week is I'm starting my new classes this week. So I've got crochet tonight and tomorrow, and some guided knitting and crochet on Thursday night. So that'll be fab. And I'm busy packing my bags and deciding which cake to take and all that kind of stuff. So very excited about that. I will let you know how we get on. I think that's all for me this week. I hope you're having a fab week, and I hope to see you next week. I might be outside, I might be inside, who knows. See you soon. Bye.